Hi all, and welcome to this new leadership Hill. I am Julian Bassoni, and I am connected with Monica Livan.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. So, we are HR trainers and coaches that, after years of experiences with managers, we have decided to create these videos that collect the most common challenges that leaders are facing. And every leadership pill has a topic, a specific topic. And today we want to deepen the topic of the conflict management. And with conflict, we don't mean, of course, the fight, but even if we have different opinions on something, it's already a conflict. So it's a very common challenge. So, what is your experience around this topic, Monica?
Okay. Oh, thank you to you, Julia. My experience is that countless manager tell me things like dealing with my client is like dealing with a child, a preschool child, because he sticks to his position, and at the end, what happens is that either we fight to the last blood, or one of us has to surrender. Or other example are, I can stand my coworker because he says, okay, we'll do as you say. And then I find out that he's going around telling people, okay, I'm just doing this because he's the boss or because he's the project manager. But actually, I think that this idea is completely stupid. Um, these problems are felt like a waste of energy. Okay, and people think really that this kind of conflict in the first case, or non-conflict because it's like submerged conflict, actually jeopardize the relation. This is a pity because conflict brings within it a lot of energy that we can use in a positive way to create something innovative. It's just a matter of switching our attitude from the attitude of struggle against to the attitude of struggle to the attitude of a struggle with, as Nate Regier in his book Conflict Without Casualties pointed out.
Wow, I love this idea, Monica, because we usually think about conflict with something negative. We don't want those. So thinking that there is an energy, there is something positive, I think it's a brilliant idea. And I've heard about changing our attitude, the struggling with aptitude. So,
Yeah.
how can you describe that? How can we develop this attitude?
Let's say that the conflict it's like a gap between what I want to experience and what I'm experiencing in the reality. And this is true for us, and this is true for our interlocutor. So having a struggle with mentality means that we um, put ourselves on the same side as the other person and try to fill this gap together instead of, struggling against each other. So you have a struggle with the attitude when you are genuinely curious about the needs behind the position of the other person. When you think, okay, you have a different idea from mine, but I want to understand better. Okay, when we have a struggle against mentality, on the other hand, we are so focused on our idea that we use all our energy just to defend our idea, and we are not listening. So we are wasting all the energy behind the gap that is created. That's the point. Or on the other hand, we give in because we don't want the confrontation. So actually, we waste this energy.
Yeah, so it seems to me as swift from the mentality of um, defending my position to understanding the needs of the other person, even mine. So how can we switch from position to the needs?
The first thing is we need to take a moment. Let's say, between the stimulus, when we feel this gap, okay, between what we want and what we are experiencing, you have a stimulus that often makes you either put yourself in a fight position or in a surrendering position. If you can intercept this stimulus and just take a pause, let's say, and start to activate our okayness attitude. Thinking that both yourself and the other person can bring something valuable to the conversation. This helps you to stop and put aside your position for a while, just for the time you need to probe and to understand and to investigate the other person position, to understand what is behind. So if, for example, I have my boss that comes to me and say, okay, you have to write this offer for tomorrow, and it gives me very little information. And perhaps I think, there is no meaning on doing this offer because we are producing something that is not valuable. If I have two choices. Either I can adopt a struggle against position, and what I do, I just refuse to do it, or I say, okay, I'm doing it, but I'm mumbling and I'm talking badly about my boss. I'm doing a very bad job. On the other side, I can adopt this struggle with attitude and stop for a moment and be curious about what is behind my boss position and start asking questions, for example. So like, how do we want to market ourselves to this client? And how do you think this offer is going to help us with this? What is a reasonable deadline for you for this offer? If I start listening first, then I can also offer my point of view. But it's, probably it's the person is going, my boss is going to understand, to listen to me because I listen to him first. So I can be also very clear what for me is not working. In this way, we create, let's say, a right set that where both of us start searching for an alternative that is beyond our original position. So for perhaps at the end, we can have an offer that is not done for tomorrow, but perhaps for the day after. So before what I expect, but at the same time, my boss is may help me to get more information to create a more sound offer. So it's a matter, if we work on the same side, filling the gap, we can integrate both our position and we can create something more creative, more sound, and we are using the energy of the different positions.
Yeah, thank you, Monica. And I'm very aware of the time that we have together. So thank you for these specific tips that all managers who are listening can apply.